Can you tell us what we just heard?
This was a verse from Kalidasa's Meghadutam. Kalidasa was a Sanskrit poet who probably lived around the 4th or 5th centuries, and he's the most canonical poet in the Sanskrit literary tradition.
You wanted a verse about Krishna. Why this one?
There's so many verses about Krishna in Indian literature, and most of them take a direct approach. They compare Krishna, for example, to a cloud, but this one compares a cloud to Krishna. And that may initially seem to kind of demote the importance of Krishna or to kind of sideline him. But for me, why that was significant was it shows something about the place of Krishna in Kalidasa's imagination and more generally in the cultural imagination of India. Usually, when you compare one thing to another thing, that second thing is the more well known or beautiful or great object. So, for example, if I say my love is like a red, red rose, the presumption is that no one knows what exactly the person I love looks like or how beautiful that person is, but everyone knows that a red, red rose is very beautiful. So, if you say that Krishna is like a cloud, the implication is that everyone knows that a cloud is beautiful, but what's lesser known is the beauty of Krishna. But what Kalidasa says is that a cloud reminds him of Krishna, which means that in his mind, it's Krishna that holds the place of greatest beauty. And if you're going to ask about anything in the world, if it's beautiful, you have to compare it to Krishna. So, in a way, it actually is the greatest praise that can be given to Krishna.
Anything else about the verse that you think is important to share?
Like so many poems and verses of Kalidasa, this verse is very imagistic. And it's basically composed of 4 images. In the first quarter of the verse, you get an image of many multicolored jewels streaming out different lights. The second quarter is the image of a rainbow. The third quarter, you have the image of a dark cloud. And this dark cloud next to the rainbow reminds Kalidasa of the 4th image, which is the dark body of Krishna next to a glittering peacock feather.